In the past year, softball has been on the rise with record-breaking streaming numbers and the Athletes Unlimited Professional Softball League. It is safe to say that more and more people are tuning in to watch softball. If you ask me, I think it's about time. I played softball my whole life. I went D2 and played in college, and now I coach it. So I know firsthand how hard this sport is. And today, I would like to try to convince you that softball is harder than baseball. Let's start with defense. The game of softball is played on a much smaller field than baseball. And you may think to yourself, well, that makes it easier, but it is quite the contrary, okay? The bases in baseball are 90 feet apart, and they are 60 feet apart in softball. The smaller field demands a quicker reaction from the defense. Seems like the men in baseball can field it, bobble it, juggle it, and do a cartwheel and still make the out at first base. Okay, the ladies in softball don't have that luxury because the bases are closer together. The fielders have to be darn near perfect in order to make the out. Let's go on and talk about offense because I have a bunch of points in offense. The first one being that the pitcher's mound in softball is 43 feet from home plate. It is 60 feet from home plate in baseball. This means that a 70-mile-per-hour fastball arrives in 25 milliseconds. That's how little time a softball player has to swing the bat or decide to swing the bat and actually make their swing. Okay, this gives softball hitters 20 to 25% less reaction time than baseball hitters. Oh, but Brooke, the pitching is slower in softball. A 70-mile-per-hour fastball in softball is the equivalent to a 100-mile-per-hour fastball in baseball. So not necessarily, okay? The second point I would like to make is that on the bases, we are not allowed to take leadoffs. If you notice in baseball, they step off the bag before the pitcher pitches the ball. We are not allowed to do that in softball. We have to wait until the pitcher releases the ball in their pitch to step off of the bag. This makes it harder for us to steal. The final point I want to make in offense is that the pitcher's mound in baseball is just that. It's a mound. It is higher than home plate. So every baseball pitch comes at a downward trajectory. This means they only have to adjust their hands down in their swing. In softball, we have pitches that come up and go down. So we have to, in the 25 milliseconds we have to decide to swing, we have to notice the rotation of the pitch, decide to swing, and adjust our hands accordingly. It is proven to be much harder to adjust your hands up to the ball than just down to the ball. I hope I have you convinced. Baseball requires a lot of skill to play the game, no doubt. However, the reduced reaction time of softball and more rapid, high-pressure game makes it more difficult to play. I hope I have you convinced. If I don't, I would encourage you to step into a batting cage with a softball pitcher or on the field with them and try to make contact, or, go watch a softball game if you've never done it before. So thank you for listening. Also, your Lady Lions play today at 4 o'clock. So now that you know how hard softball is, go support your Lady Lions and go softball. Thanks.